Broadcast Sportsnet is brought to you by your local Chevy dealers. And by Papa John's. The day after every Flyers win, get 50% off your online order at papajohns.com using promo code FLYERS. Wonder how that tasted. We hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving as we get set for this Black Friday special. The Flyers and the Jets wrapping up their season series.
Let's look at our Kia starting goaltenders for this morning start here at the Wells Fargo Center. Andre Pavelec back in for the Jets. He watched Al Montoya win 2 nights ago, and Steve Mason back in for the Flyers. He watched Ray Emery lose the other night in Tampa Bay.
Ready to go. Flyers in their home orange jerseys for one of the rare times in this next stretch, and the road whites for the Jets as the Flyers get the puck into the Winnipeg zone. Dustin Byfuglien back for it. Sean Couturier right on him, and the Flyers almost cause a turnover there as Matt Reed is back out on the ice for the Flyers. You see the combinations and defense pairs for the Flyers at the top of your screen as Reed comes back from that lower body injury which forced him to miss the game in Tampa. He's after Byfuglien there, steals the puck, gets it back to Couturier for a shot, deflected and kicked aside. Downey goes after the puck now. They shuttle it to Reed. Good first shift for this line. Finally, though, Andrew Ladd to the puck. The captain of the Jets will send it across ice as we show you their line combinations and defense pairs now at the top of the screen. Both teams making their first changes. There's a turnover. Downey tipped it. The shot. They score! Hartnell off the bench and onto the scoreboard. 48 seconds in, the Flyers have a 1-0 lead. Hartnell scores for a case of tasty cake.
Boy, what a job by Steve Downey. His line mate Sean Couturier and Matt Reed went for a change, but there is the hit by Downey on Dustin Byfuglien. And Scott Hartnell off the bench. Hard guys to pick up and cover.
Watch Hartnell come in. Now, this is kind of like, happy birthday, Scotty. You come off the bench like that, the puck comes right to you, and you're looking at a wide open net as Pavelec got himself a little bit too left.
So an early goal for the Flyers in this early start. As the puck rolls back to Steve Mason. And he will play the puck up the boards past a forechecking Evander Kane, and Hartnell will hit Claude Giroux. Giroux with a shot that's blocked by Mark Stewart and then swatted out of midair by Giroux across ice. Played by the Jets. Instead of Gucci rolling around to the other side of the ice. In comes Braden Shen, dropping it back to Mark Streit. Right back to Shen. Shen turns with it and then just twists it in along the board. The Flyers again in the middle of the change. Worked out well last time when they were in the middle of the change and they scored a goal. Unassisted goal for Hartnell, his 5th of the year. At 48 seconds, and the Flyers have the first one here in this Black Friday special. Here's Meszaros ahead. Shen, and he'll backhand into the Winnipeg zone. Andre Meszaros back in the lineup for the first time. He last played on November the 7th. Been a healthy scratch since. He takes the puck right there. Got it back to Vincent Lecavalier, who starts back. Lecavalier's pass knocked down by Brian Little, but Meszaros is right there to move it ahead to Braden Shen. He's checked by Byfuglien. You'll notice Byfuglien on the ice a lot. He's among the league leaders in time per game. 4th, in fact, in minutes per game.
He's also among the league leaders in giveaways.
2nd, in fact. And he added to that total, didn't he?
Well, he did in a sense, but I mean, he was under pressure from Steve Downey. There were 3 Jets back in their zone and only Steve Downey. We'll go back and take a look at this. The puck appeared to take a quick carom off the winger's skates. There it is around the boards. Oh, man. Is that Blake Wheeler still on the ice there?
Yes, it is.
It's Blake Wheeler.
Wow.
And you talk about playing the angle wrong. That went all the way around the boards, off Wheeler. Look at Wheeler's deflected it right into the slot.
Yeah.
See, usually the winger uses that skate to be able to stop it. But if you get it the wrong angle, like Wheeler did there, the puck's going to go banging right out to the slot.
Yeah. Can't charge that giveaway to Byfuglien.
I'm still having a hard time wrapping my head around how hard the puck came off Wheeler's skates and back in the same direction, general direction that it came from. That was wild.
Puck deflecting out of play, so we'll have a face-off in the neutral zone.
But give Steve Downey a lot of credit. He rushed Dustin Byfuglien. There's what I'm talking about. A puck doesn't usually come around the boards and deflect back to the general direction that it came from with that much steam on it. Flyers will take it.
You know, on third look, Byfuglien did touch the puck, so he probably does get the giveaway. When it came back toward him, and then Hartnell ended up firing the puck in. But either way, we know Hartnell gets the goal. That's the most important thing, and the Flyers have the early lead. Here's Reed. Dropping it back. And now the cross-ice pass for Nick Grossman. Having a little trouble controlling that. He'll lob one out to the neutral zone. It bounces away, and the Flyers pick it up again. It's Downey centering for Couture. Went all the way through. Now it's straight in from the point, reaching for it. Reed tipped. Downey after. Reed gets it back. This line tremendous here in the early going. Pinning the Jets in their zone. Downey knocked down, but got the puck destroyed. Who lays it back to Grossman, who didn't get much on that shot. Couturier in the sun with a shot, and Pavlik the save. He'll hang on. The Flyers buzzing early. Some punches being thrown with gloves on in this scrum. Couturier now not happy.
Well, Sean Couturier was one of the Flyers that elevated his physical game in Tampa Bay a couple of nights ago. He was a physical guy against the Florida Panthers earlier in the week as well. And this is the kind of response that the Flyers were hoping for after losing 2 road games. Come out with some snarl, some physical play, good forecheck. This is not frustration. This is being proactive and dictating.
Zach Bogosian among the Virtua scratches in the lineup for the Jets. He's out with a groin injury. For the Flyers, the change, of course, Gustafsson out, Nazaros in, Reed back in as well, and Jay Rosehill will take a seat. After Raffle now playing on the 4th line. Flyers with the first 3 chances of this game. That shot deflected wide. Hartnell keeping it alive behind the net. Now leaned on. Well, get that puck back to the point. Instead, he'll roll it into the corner for Giroux. Giroux back out to Nazaros, and he dragged it back to center just ever so slightly before firing it back in, so offside call.
You know, you talk about Couturier line being so good right now. This is the line that the Philadelphia Flyers need to get going. This is the line that Craig Berube says that he needs more out of. You need your good players to be good players. So Claude Giroux, along with Voracek, they got to start scoring. You got Hartnell scoring that goal to be able to begin this hockey game, which is a great way to start this game, considering you're coming off of 2 losses. Get off to a good start, take advantage of home ice.
But that's a reward for Scott Hartnell, I think, that he deserves. He was the most physical Flyer in both Florida and Tampa Bay when the Flyers were trying to push back down on the scoreboard.
Another turnover by the Jets. Here's Braden Shen with the puck, being leaned on by Olli Jokinen. Puck will roll all the way free, and Toby Enstrom to it for Winnipeg. Ahead to Evander Kane. Kane and across the Philadelphia line with a quick shot, and Mason handles his first shot with ease as he sticks that puck away. And now Mazzaro's turning it up the wall. That's intercepted. Jokinen around behind the net for Kane. Kane centering, went right on through. Setaguchi couldn't get his stick on it. Now Keaton Ellerby with a shot from the point that glances wide. Luke Shen ahead for Simmons. He's knocked down from behind and could not clear the zone. And they get it to Setaguchi. Setaguchi whipping it across ice. Bounces back out. It's tipped by Braden Shen, but not out of the zone. Now Ellerby has to go off a skate back to Stewart for his shot. And that's grabbed by Mason, and he'll hold right on to it and get a face-off as the Jets had their first extended stay in the Philadelphia zone with that shift. Well, the first goal is a good thing for the Flyers. 9-3-1. They have not been able to do much when not scoring the first goal. And the Jets, they have come from behind some, but they're a pretty dominant team when they get the first goal. So the first one was important here today.
Well, the last 2 games that the Jets played, wins in New Jersey and Long Island, they had the lead, but they had to sort of hang on in both of those games. So you see what they've got from behind here. It'd be good for the Flyers to try to add to this lead and at the same time show composure even with a 1-goal lead.
Andrew Ladd moving up, drops it back. Blake Wheeler holding on to it, sent it wide of the net. Wheeler playing in his 400th National Hockey League game here today. Aiden Coburn. Right wing feed. Downey will wind up, and his shot is muffled and then flutters into the glove of Pavlik as he will hang right on to it. Claude Noel in his 3rd year as head coach of the Jets has his team playing game 3 of a 6-game trip here today.
And he is used to watching his team turn pucks over. We've talked about Dustin Byfuglien being number 2 in the NHL in giveaways. There are only 5 teams total that give the puck away more than Claude Noel's Winnipeg Jets. So pressure is what the Flyers want to bring, especially in Winnipeg's zone.
Jets, of course, now in the Western Conference, having moved over from the East. They were originally the Atlanta Thrashers, but spent a couple of years as the Winnipeg Jets playing in the Eastern Conference until realignment for this year. And of course, you knew what was going to happen. They're dominating the East, 6-1-1 against the East this year. No longer their conference. Voracek to Giroux. Giroux back to Voracek. The angle shot fought off by Pavelec. That set up the boards and into the middle is taking it to make the play with Setaguchi. At the puck to Kane, dropping it off for Jokinen. Well, wants that matchup. The Jokinen line against the Giroux line, it appears. And now here is Claude Giroux with the puck. Giroux, checked, still has it. It was cross ice. It's behind Voracek. Penalty upcoming. Delayed call against Winnipeg. And as Byfuglien plays the puck, there's the whistle. So the Flyers will get the first power play of the game. Chris Lee making the call. Ghislain Hebert, the other referee.
Well, everybody likes shopping from home, and this holiday season you can give the Flyers gift of hockey with Santa Sacks. And they include an autographed puck, 2 tickets to a Flyers game, Adirondack Phantoms game tickets, a 2014 calendar, and believe it or not, even more than that. They really make the ultimate Flyers gift pack.
Olli Jokinen, the veteran's going to pick up this interference call. You see, as Hardo's trying to go down the wall, you don't see any pucks because the puck was in the middle, and Jokinen gets a little bit too aggressive. And the first power play of this morning. Is it still morning?
I believe it's...
okay, good.
Yeah, it's still morning.
You got to just take a look around.
Pretty soon we could say this afternoon.
Okay.
You had to look at the numbers. The Flyers power play's been hot. They have scored a power play goal in 8 consecutive games. First time they've done that in quite some time, all the way back in January of 2008. Last time that they had scored a power play goal in this many games in a row. And they're offside at the Winnipeg line right there. The Jets' penalty kill is in the middle of the pack in the NHL.
Well, the power play is really something the Flyers have been able to count on lately, especially during that streak of undefeated games.
Maria Coates is our McDonald's power play payoff contestant. I didn't think relatives were allowed, Coates.
I don't have any except for my wife and daughter. I mean, that's it. They're all up in
Not
Canada.
named Maria, I assume.
No.
Okay.
What you meant was you don't have any in the U.S.
That's what I meant.
Okay, good.
None in Newark. That's the most
Yeah,
important.
no, you said that. I thought you were just saying I don't have any relatives anywhere.
It's Jake Voracek winding the puck deep in. The Flyers trying to get set up now, but the Jets really pressuring the puck, and they tip it past Timonen out to the neutral zone. Voracek has it now. Wheels back, and now the right wing dish to Giroux, right back to Jake. And now a chance to get set up. Voracek centered. Oh, it was headed for Giroux, but tipped at the last moment. Now Giroux has it. Tried to slide that one through to Hartnell, but he was well marked. And back the other way goes Andrew Ladd with speed. Ladd to the Philadelphia line. The chip pass to Little. Little is checked. Couldn't get a pass off. He's got the puck back, and he'll find Ladd, who looks for Jacob Trouba in the slot. He tipped it. Now Byfuglien fires wide, and that's going to go all the way down on its own.
You want to keep an eye on Little because he's got 2 shorthanded goals this year, which is tied for #1 in the league. You can see that speed right there.
Hartnell with a good hit to pop the puck free in the offensive zone for the Flyers. Cross ice pass for Streit, just lays it off into the corner for Braden Shen. He'll whip it along the boards. Mazaros has to hustle over just to try to keep it in. He does, but right to Byfuglien. He's checked by Downey, who steals the puck. Downey has been pilfering that puck with regularity here early on in this game, but it's taken back by the Jets and they clear. 15 seconds is all that remains on the power play.
Sure looks like the Flyers have made up their minds not to be outworked by the PK unit of the Jets.
Cavalier checked by Enstrom. His pass, though, taken back by Shen. Braden Shen wheeling with it. Shen to the slot, the shot, and he fired it high. Power play is over, and LeCavalier has it. Cavalier upended and wanted the penalty call, but doesn't get it, and the Jets will move back.
Should have gotten the call.
Frolik to Kane, now back to Frolik for the shot. It went wide all the way out along the boards. Downey a jab at it, but could not come up with it. Mazaros does, and he clears, but this will be icing against Philadelphia.
Boy, Kimmo Timonen just continues to make dynamic defensive plays that will often go unnoticed. It's a 2-on-1 by the Jets shorthanded. Watch Kimmo here. The dive and the disruption.
Oh, yeah, and Little's in full flight. And to be able to spin like that and then time it perfectly, as he's got to get the stick on the puck, and he did that.
That was a big play there because the Jets were looking dangerous. A shorthanded rush. It was Keaton Ellaby with a shot blocked in front. That hit Mark Streit, and the Flyers clear the zone as Braden Shen sends it all the way down. Not long enough for icing. Keaton Ellerby, acquired from the Kings earlier this year. Got the puck ahead, but Stewart's pass is knocked down. Grossman is muscling that puck along the wall. Flyers are onside now. The Jets play it all the way down. Ooh, and we got a penalty coming up. A holding the stick call has been spotted by Ghislain Hebert. Meantime, Scott Hartnell has put the Flyers on top. A goal just 48 seconds in. 1-0 Philadelphia.
Well, the Winnipeg Jets are going to head to their first power play as the penalties on Nick Grossman. Now, everybody was looking around. Who did it? Who did it? Who was the culprit? Watch. As Grossman's right there at the blue line, and you could see the stick being held, and then all of a sudden he got rid of it, and the referee was right there to be able to pick it up, and Grossman was the last guy to find out that he was the man going to the box.
So the Jets with their first power play. When these teams met 2 weeks ago, the Jets did not score it at even strength. They had both of their goals on the power play from Dustin Byfuglien. But their power play has struggled some since. 0-4-6 over its last 3 games. In fact, you might remember they were struggling with the power play going into that game as well. But managed to score twice and then win it in the shootout. Flyers clear all the way down. There are the numbers for the season. As you can see, 28th ranked power play. The Flyers penalty kill in the middle of the pack. Ladd pushes it deeper into the Philadelphia zone. Tieman's right there, and he'll wrap it around the glass and down the ice.
Well, that's the second hard around up on the glass that has hit one of the glass separators and taken a carom out. Flyers are going to have to be careful of that. If it takes a 90-degree bounce, look out.
That one went perfectly right between the 2-point men, but yeah, you're right. That's usually what happens. Here is Mason trying the glass. That one, I saw the safety netting actually flutter some, but it's called there, and the faceoff will go out to center ice. 51 seconds left in the power play. Get Philly sports news and scores when you're on the go. Be the first to know the latest on all of your Philly teams right from your smartphone. Download the free CSN Philly Sports app right now. That might be telling you right now that the Flyers have this 1-0 lead as we approach the midpoint of this first period. Luke Schenn back. And Mazaros, who could not get good stick on that, but did maneuver it ahead to Reed, who clears the zone. Well, Klitzum is back for the Winnipeg Jets. Klitzum will move it on the left wing. Kane whirls it deep. Kuba in after the 19-year-old defenseman for the Jets. Behind the net, Kane steers it up the wall, hustling over his Klitzum, and it gets past him. And now it's a race for the puck, and Couturier will win that race. Couturier cutting it on goal! Oh, save! Pavlik! He kept the pad there, and Couturier could not get it over the pad. Now Sean after the puck again. Oh, he's knocked down, but gets back up, still has it. Final 4 seconds of the Winnipeg power play. The Flyers got the best chance. There's Tiemann in a shot. Pavlik denies that. Grossman out of the box. The Flyers back to full strength, and that puck will make it way up over the glass and out of play. He was in his zone. That's going to be a penalty against Winnipeg.
Oh, man, that one was...
I was ready to catch it up here. I was ready to catch it up here, Coatsy. Back.
Mike's morning start. Sean Couturier has been nothing short of dominant the first 10 minutes of this game here this morning. Backing up defensively, he's almost always perfect in that regard, but strong to the puck. His mobility has been on display. If he'd been able to get this one in the air, he would have had a goal so far. Just a great start for Sean Couturier.
What a great job to be able to cut in front of Pavlik. That was a huge save for Pavlik to be able to throw that right pad out to get it up against the pipe quickly, because Couturier, was he moving? I mean, he just flew by the defender.
Off the draw, the shot. Pavlik able to make the save. Hartnell trying to deflect that offering from Voracek. Might have, but Pavlik able to swallow it up and then eventually control the rebound.
Yeah, Coach, you talked about Couturier's speed. I mean, he's not known as a guy with an abundance of speed, but he pulled away from people on this play, made a great move to get by the D-man. And but for a long leg from Andre Pavlik, he was on the board, Couturier was.
And you know the other thing about it, see that puck bouncing? He still held it and got that move away with the puck bouncing as he moved across Pavlik goal crease.
I think that fits what you like to call telescopic.
Yeah.
Here is Kimmo Timonen starting up to Voracek. And now Giroux. Giroux cuts in. They're onside. Hands off to Voracek. Steamrolling in, but lost control as he got to the slot. Now it's Hartnell back to Timonen. And they'll set things up. Simmons, side of the net. turns and right back to Giroux. And out to Timonen for the shot off the glove of Pavelec. Rebound for it. Check save. Pavelec. And he's able to hang on. Oh, a shot from Stewart to Simmons. Well, after the initial scrum seemed to be over, and then Simmons over the top with the linesman in on the scene. As Simmer is not very happy right now.
Well, the Flyers are like a big orange wave just coming up and over the Jets. Mark Stewart's one of the guys for the Jets that will push back, and he will do it physically. And here's how hungry the Flyers are, though, taking the puck to the paint. That was Jake Voracek. Wayne Simmons decided he didn't have a play, but watch this. Pavelec couldn't control the shot. Give Pavelec full marks because Jake Voracek snapped that one out of midair on the rebound.
A lot of action off that one-timer by Timonen, because Timonen read. You could see all these people in front, so he had the screen.
Flyers win the draw and go right back to work with the second unit out now. The Cavalier side of the net. Shen rotates out. Now Cavalier couldn't reach that pass. Reed darts over after it. Try to get it back to Vinny. Vinny working on the youngster Trouba. Got the puck free. And now it'll roll free. Downey took a look. Trying to keep it in. He got his stick on it, but the Jets have it, and now Downey trips him out. That's a penalty. So the Flyer power play comes to an end as Streit gets to it. 44 seconds remaining on the delay of game minor to the Jets.
Well, you can celebrate the holidays at Flyers home games in a Wells Fargo Center suite. A Home for the Holidays ticket package gets you a sweet ticket, a 25% discount in the team store, and a $25 gift card to Xfinity Live Philadelphia. Select games are available, so call right now.
Well, Trouba's going to get tripped up here. Now watch Downey. They're about ready to come out on a 3-on-1. And Downey gets a little bit too aggressive. That's not a good penalty to take right there. But at the same time, I did say they were coming with the odd man rush with that #1 pick of the Winnipeg Jets.
Here's Timonen dropping it back to Giroux, and now the pass meant for Voracek. 4-on-4 for the time being, then a Winnipeg power play. Voracek and Giroux team up to get the puck back. Now Voracek will turn it down low for Giroux, trying to spin it in front, but he was knocked down by Ellerby. Kane for Trouba. Trouba checked and nearly turned it over. It does drift out to the neutral zone.
By the way, we can say good afternoon, everyone.
That's right. It's past noon. I have to stop saying this morning or today and go back to patterns we're used to. So the Jets to the man advantage as Jokinen is out. And here's Enstrom navigating his way to the neutral zone and pops it into the Philadelphia zone. Grossman could not get that away from Frolik. Back out to Enstrom. Across, Klitzum, his shot blocked. With a stick in front. Ronaldo was checked, though, could not clear. Coburn hard up the boards and past Enstrom. It didn't appear to see it initially. Down the ice it went. The Jets power play has been better clearly at home than on the road. And into this game, just 3 for 36 on the road. And the Flyers penalty kill. You can see the breakdown there.
What a back check by Zach Ronaldo. Very few penalty killers go down behind the opponent's goal because they don't have the speed. Ronaldo went all the way in behind Pavelec and then disrupted the Jets at the Flyers line.
There's Klitzum across. Enstrom. Slot pass off the mark for Little. Little, the leading scorer for the Jets, got to the puck, but Couturier took it away and cleared. Little gets it back. Tries to spring Ladd. Andrew Ladd, good all-around player, shrugs off Coburn, but Coburn recovers to get a piece of him and then tie him up. Mazar's battling as well as Blake Wheeler is joined in there. Now Ladd and Mazar's tapped, the puck free, and it goes back out. Stewart looking for Wheeler, and he was trying to find Ladd, but it was cut off by Couturier. And Couturier will head man to Reed. Another nice play by Couturier. For Downey, he was hammered by Stewart. And Downey goes back after Stewart, as obviously he is out of the box. Steve Downey, the power play is over. Back to even strength hockey with 5.5 minutes remaining here in period number 1. Ellerby ahead. Eric Tangradi, the local product who got to spend the Thanksgiving holiday at home. Eric Tangradi, just the way the schedule worked out well for him. Schen's pass into the middle, intercepted by Ellerby. And he has it back for the Jets. 10-2 the shots in favor of Philadelphia. They have had much the better of the play. They have a 1-0 lead to show for it. This is icing against the Jets. Gives us an opportunity to divulge our Jeep trivia question of the game. Which member of the Flyers organization was once the head coach of the original Winnipeg Jets, the Jets that became the Phoenix Coyotes? Is it Paul Holmgren, John Paddock, or Terry Murray? I'll give you the answer later on. Horseshack down there has the answer, I think.
I think so. His hand is in the air. I can see it from here.
Here's Timonen. Dvorak for the shot, and Pavlik another big stop. Got kept in, flipped wide of the net off a body by Coburn. Ellerby will send it to the boards. Timonen pinches and gets the puck. Timonen behind the net. Now Giroux gets it back out to Coburn. Coburn to Giroux. He'll wind. He'll fire. Save. Pavlik back out to Coburn. He winds and fires, and that one takes off and finds glass. And then it's cleared all the way down by Tangradi. That'll be another icing on Winnipeg. Good shift by the Flyers again as they continue to apply the pressure.
Yep. This is a hungry hockey team, the Flyers are. You're not supposed to be after Turkey Day, but somehow the Flyers are really hungry this morning. But that comes after 2 losses on the road. Jake Voracek is shooting and driving, and that is a good sign. So is Claude Giroux.
Jake's in a bit of a scoring slump. 7 straight without a goal, but if he keeps going to the net the way he is in this one, that streak will end. 11 straight minutes without a shot for the Jets. In the meantime, Flyers look for another one, but that shot from Braden Shen missed the target, and then Streit has to play it in center.
What a great play by Streit. He just faked. He just moved to the middle of the net, middle of the ice, and then saw Braden Shen for that one-timer.
Again, the Flyers hunt the puck down on the forecheck, but Ellerby takes it back. Cavier nearly had his stick in the midsection there. The puck ends up going out to the neutral zone. Less than 4 to play in this first period. Braden Shen dropping it back for LeCavier, reaching for it, but then taken out by James Wright, center for the Jets. Back around to the other side, and there's Big Buff, Dustin Byfuglien, who flips that one ahead to Evander Kane. Kane will bounce it into the left of Mason. Grossman back, checked by Setaguchi. And then the hit on Evander Kane. With the Jets to the puck. Jokinen with Kane, sealed off by Simmons. And then Simmons will take the hit back from Kane as he clears the zone. Simmons ends up without his stick. Setaguchi tips the puck into the zone. Big shot advantage for the Flyers. 1 goal lead to show for it, but look out here. Setaguchi, a weak shot that's blocked by Grossman. And then another shot attempt by the Jets. Kane was broken up and the Flyers move it to center. Ronaldo chipping it cross ice, but did not get the puck deep. Setaguchi trying to go back the other way. Ronaldo able to catch him from behind, tip the puck to Raffl, and into the Winnipeg zone it goes. Enstrom is back, the diminutive defenseman. And Dustin Byfuglien, who is anything but diminutive. That puck tipped out to the neutral zone. Luke Shen to Mazzaros and right back into the Jets zone.
He gained 8 pounds since we saw him last. I had him down at 257.
Yeah, he's listed heavier than that, and according to those who follow the Jets, was nearing 300 pounds late last season, right? So somewhere between 250 and 300, Coatsy.
Okay.
Well, Canadian Thanksgiving's on a different day than U.S. Thanksgiving, but the Jets were south of the border.
That's right.
Yesterday.
Couturier. That puck to Coburn. Now Timonen. Flyers set up again in the offensive zone. Reed to Timonen. That shot blocked out high. Bounces to the corner. And it's Couturier who finds it. But his pass went off of Matt Halischuk and down the ice. We tick down to 2 minutes remaining in this first period. Timo Timonen. Pass goes off of Reed's stick at the Jets line. Ellerby back to play it. And send it back to Klitzum. Klitzum is checked by Downey. That puck squirting free to the corner. Blake Wheeler after it there. Downey tying him up. Reed looking for the puck. He's got it. He's checked. Got it side of the net. And Pavlik decides to put the big glove down on top of it.
As long as it's, within a quick drive of Philadelphia, and it will be. So Flyers fans that want to see up-and-coming prospects, we still don't know officially if they're going to be called Allentown, Lehigh Valley. At least I haven't heard.
I haven't either. I have to check on that. The first name of the franchise will be. There's a loose puck in the Jet zone. Coburn reaching for it. Stewart played it up. Coburn a big hit on Kane, who looks shaken up from that hit as the Jets move through center. Jokinen's shot is blocked. Kane slowly making his way to the Jets bench. We'll get some attention there. Here is Hartnell.
The whole bench didn't even see him. He was still down to the right of the bench, and everybody was paying attention to the puck to their left. And all of a sudden, Byfuglien yelled, hey, hey. And then finally somebody jumped over the boards.
Here's Giroux with a shot and a big save by Pavlik. Giroux tried to use the defenseman there. Pavlik was up to it. Pavlik's been the Jets' best player here in the first. Voracek knocked down by Stewart behind the net. Giroux, though, knocks the puck away from Stewart, who then reacts to poke the puck, hit the referee behind the net. And then Voracek tried to center, and it ricochets out, and finally is controlled by Setaguchi. Setaguchi to the Philadelphia line. Streit trying to cut him off at the pass, and he does. And now Streit run into the puck in the corner. Penalty upcoming. Grossman knocked down. And I'll be interested to see what the penalty is here. More pushing and shoving. A lot of this after whistles.
I think it's going to...
Got to be Setaguchi for holding Mark Streit back, doesn't it?
I would think so. And it was Setaguchi that actually came over the boards for Evander Kane. Couple of dandy hits. Coburn's the one that's going to catch Kane right here inside. You can see I talk about to the right of the bench, the Winnipeg Jets. You see Kane getting up very slowly. Now everybody's moving down the ice.
Oh, that's Chris Thorburn. The big tough player for the Winnipeg Jets, a fourth liner. That wasn't the penalty. It was in fact Devin Setaguchi.
Setaguchi sits, looking apparently the call. And the Flyers will get their third power play of the game. Straight to the puck. 32 seconds in the period. Enstrom a chance to clear, and he will. The Flyers will have, in effect, time to get the puck down the ice for one more foray in the offensive zone here in the period. Streit leads the way. The pass had to Lecavalier, but he lost it right at the line, and it's cleared right back down the ice. 10 seconds remaining. Turio has to hustle the puck the other way. He does so. Banks it to himself. He's hooked. No call. Yes, finally the arm does go up. It took a while, and finally the call made. The Flyers will start the second period with a two-man advantage. Clean sheet of ice, and a two-man advantage will be a huge opportunity.
Here again, Sean Couturier using his smarts and his size and his speed. The boards are your best friend. They give you a true pass back, and he tried the move and picked up the penalty against Winnipeg.
Today's Flyers-Jets first period was brought to you by Mazda. We believe if it's not worth driving, it's not worth building. Brought to you by Powerback Rehabilitation. And by Supercuts. Check out supercuts.com to find a convenient salon location near you. Rock the cuts at Supercuts. John Bork, Al Morgani will analyze the first period, which has the Flyers leading the Jets 1-0. Sugar House Casino first period statistics pretty much favor the Flyers.
Wow, the Winnipeg Jets did not have a shot on goal the last 15 minutes and 27 seconds of the first period. And see those 13 shots for the Flyers? 7 of them came from the Claude Giroux line with Voracek and Hartnell.
The scoring summary is very simple. The only person with a goal, the only person with a point in the game is Scott Hartnell. An unassisted goal, his 5th of the year, to give the Flyers the 1-0 lead. Let's head downstairs. Steve Coates with some very special guests.
Thanks very much, Jimmy. We got a couple of special guests here. This is Preston and Steve from WMMR. And boy, they got a couple of great things coming up. You know, they have such a great, and let me, you know what? I'm going to let you, Preston, tell me and everybody else about the charity, because it's coming to Xfinity Live next week.
Yes, it is. We moved it, Coatsy, for the first time. It's a Camp Out for Hunger. We've been doing it for 16 years. It's a charity food drive that benefits Phil Abundance. And it's an opportunity for people who want to come out and contribute and make sure that people who need meals this holiday season have them. And we do it in a centralized area, make it easy for everybody. And we broadcast live our show 6 to 10 a.m. or 11, however late we go, Monday through Friday, this coming Monday through Friday at Xfinity Live in the parking lot. And we'll take donations all day long up until about 9 o'clock in the evening. So come out, please. We're looking for non-perishable food items.
Now, How long have you guys been doing this? This isn't not something new.
No. 16 years. And in the first year, our goal was to raise 1 ton of food. And now we are up to, what was it, last 318 tons and over $100,000 raised. It shows you that even with the, times are tough, people of this city, people of Philadelphia, step up constantly. It's humbling to see how generous they are.
I know that you guys are going to have a very busy week because I know that all the Flyers fans and everybody in Philadelphia will be down at Xfinity Live to see Preston and Steve this coming week for such a great charity. Jimmy, your buddy said hello to you. Back to you.
I'm sure they did. Yeah, they camp out front. That's where both of us had our mustache shaved off, right?
Yeah, like, what am I, chopped shavings or chopped liver? I shave mine too.
That's
but
right.
they do such fantastic work.
Absolutely.
The MMR crew, unbelievable.
It is a great event, and check it out as they change locations. Bit of Xfinity Live. That should be a lot of fun and for a great cause. We get set to start the second period. Key moment in this hockey game because the Flyers will have a 2-man advantage to start the period. Minute and 25 seconds worth. Fresh sheet of ice. Should be a nice, clean, true surface. This is a real opportunity for the Flyers, and Claude Noel just hoping to get through it.
Well, after a dominant first period, the Flyers still only have a 1-0 lead, and we talk about this, and we've seen it a couple of times on the Flyers' last road trip. This can be a momentum builder either way, depending how 5-on-3 goes.
Beam it into Giroux, and now they look to get set up. He'll backhand it around. Voracek is bumped. Now the Flyers end up congested along the wall and lose the puck out to the neutral zone. There you go as they dump the puck in. Flyers allowing just those 2 shots, but looking for a goal here as Pavelec spots the puck to the far side. Now a chance for Trouba to clear. He can't. LeCavalier has it. The Flyers set up. They have 43 seconds to work with on the 2-man advantage. LeCavalier looking for a seam, couldn't find it, drops it back to Timonen, and Timonen fires. That's blocked. Now it's LeCavalier getting to it, and he's turned back to center ice. Cross ice it goes to Timonen, in across the line, dropping it back to Voracek. Now it's Timonen again. Tries the other side. Giroux there. His pass tipped out to center by a diving James Wright.
Whoa, what a penalty kill for the Winnipeg Jets, but I don't know if it was their kill that was that good or just the Flyers did a very poor job of getting any kind of position to move that puck in the perimeter.
Final 6 seconds of the 5-on-3. And Hartnell unable to corral that puck. It is kept in, though. Here's LeCavalier. His pass down low. Voracek lost control. He never really got a clean shot off as Pavelec knocked it away from him. And the puck is cleared. So 25 seconds now of the 5-on-4. And here's LeCavalier. The pass to Streit. Streit will gain the Winnipeg line. Drop it off for Simmons, but his pass knocked out to center by Ladd. Simmons able to beat Ladd to the puck and prevent him from moving in with a shorthanded bid. And now one last rush begins with the power play time for the Flyers. Reed across. Schenn will turn it around to the other side of the ice. Strike to it. Jets are back to full strength. Reed behind the net. Now the puck out to Simmons for a shot, and the stick save made by Pavelec. Simmons rides his man into the wall. Reed back to the point. Now here's Streit. No lane, so he'll just dish it to Meszaros. Now it's Reed. Back to Meszaros. The one-time shot is blocked out high by Enstrom. And he felt that one. He's now gimpy going to the Winnipeg bench.
That one hurt. You could just hear the thud because Meszaros got all of it.
Downey dumped in the corner. It's dug loose by Ronaldo. Ronaldo to Coburn. Coburn will take the shot. Save Pavelec all the way out to Mark Scheifele. And he'll move it the other way, but his pass intercepted by Coburn. So Flyers unable to take advantage of that power play time. We'll see if it gives the Jets a boost. Here's Wheeler with a shot off the side as Mason took care of it. It looked like it might have been going wide. Now the Flyers have the puck. Couturier to Ronaldo. He'll chip it in. Couturier will chase with Mark Stewart. Stewart getting himself between Couturier and the puck, but Ronaldo digs it free again. Zach Ronaldo had 4 hits in a minute and 59 of ice time in the first. Couturier knocked down by Stewart. Downey gets the puck back, though, for Philadelphia. Plays it across off the wall. Here's Coburn. Behind the net, off Couturier to Downey, right back to Sean, and now it's Downey again. But he's checked by Scheifele. Kept in. Grossman's shot is blocked, and there goes Wheeler the other way. Coburn is chasing. Wheeler to the Philadelphia line. Well, wide fire wide all the way out and going the other way. In fact, had so much on it. Downey couldn't even catch up to it. It just goes all the way down behind the Winnipeg net.
That's a help, isn't it? When a shot like that misses, you're defending.
And now Klickson will double that one ahead. It's knocked down. Flyers with his steal, but the angle shot there is deflected into the safety netting as Flyers could not get that one on net. Raffle denied.
Well, the Flyers came out loaded with energy in the first period of this game, especially the Claude Giroux line. Jake Voracek, you could tell he wanted the puck. Every time he got it, he tried to drive to the front. He was a presence anytime the puck was near there.
You guys mentioned the good ice. Jimmy talked about this ice is always good here at this building. I mean, they do a heck of a job, but boy, today it just seems even better.
Yeah, I'm almost thinking, Coach, they were thinking as we were, hey, here it is, clean sheet of ice. Let's make a perfect play.
Well, sometimes the sense of urgency just isn't there when you've got a 5-on-3.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what Winnipeg did well. They forced the Flyers to dump the puck hard around to gain entrance of the zone 3 times on 3 rushes on a 5-on-3. That's hard to do.
Almost like that full intermission as they go offside here. You have too much time to think about that 2-man advantage, you know? But
It's always amazing. We always talk about this, why, and I think you brought this up the other night, Billy, but why we slow down on the power play where you actually, because of the man advantage, you like speed up.
You know what, though, Coatsy? You assume you're going to have more time. And that's why you slow down. But I thought Winnipeg did a job of pressuring the Flyers wherever the puck was. So it's a false assumption that most teams make that doesn't come to reality when you're on the ice.
the puck down the ice here off of that neutral zone draw. Zaros to Luke Schenn, and then off the stick of LeCavalier down the ice. They'll wave off icing. Blitzham has to play it. LeCavalier hounding him, and then Braden Schenn trying to hit him, but it's Schenn who took a seat. The puck back to the line, kept in by Mazzaros, but right to Setaguchi, who darts out to center ice. 2-on-1 developing. Setaguchi, the pass, the shot. Halishchuk save made by Mason. Back out in front. It goes, and Giroux is there to steer it out of the zone, but there is a penalty.
It's going to be Mazzaros.
Slashing minor.
I don't know if it's going to be slashing or maybe interference. I'll have to take a look at this one because there's a lot of action going to the net. Mason with a great save.
Under 41, minor penalty, interference.
Interference is the call.
Steve Mason in the middle of this. What a save. Andre Mazzaros is off for interference. But that was well after the brilliant save by Steve Mason, and Mazzaros didn't really have to make that play. But then again, he hasn't been in the lineup much this season, so he's perhaps pushing it a little bit.
Dustin Byfuglien, a shot right off the face-off. Mason is there to meet it. Yeah, he's clearing the porch there. You know, most defensemen want to do that. It's just a matter of the timing of it. Didn't fit with the officials' approval.
Anytime you clear the porch from behind, here's the Mason save again. Fantastic on Mark Scheifele. Anytime you clear the porch from behind, players are trained and know to fold up forward right away and make it look like a cross check.
Another shot, and that one stopped by Mason as Enstrom fired from the point. So the Jets had 2 shots in the first period. They already have 5 here in the second period in less than 5 minutes of action. They were down a man or two for a significant portion of the early second period action. Turnover here, and the Jets have it. Enstrom. Oh, good job there by Reed, following him all the way across ice, gave him no shooting lane. Now Scheifele. Dropping it back in along, hoping for Enstrom, who kept it alive to the other corner. Michael Frolik tried to get it to the point, but Byfuglien will have to play that in center ice. Byfuglien to Enstrom. You have 11 players that are former Atlanta Thrashers still playing as a member of this franchise in their 3rd year as the Winnipeg Jets. Enstrom across to Byfuglien. Back for Enstrom, tipped by Couturier, who read it, and he's off the other way. Enstrom coming back, Couturier in on goal! He scores! A short-handed beauty from Sean Couturier. 2-0 Flyers. Couturier scores for a case of tasty cake.
Well, the all-star performance that Couturier is putting up here continues. He couldn't get it by Pavlik by taking it past him in the first. This time he chipped it in before he even got to Pavlik.
I love this. We always think about, okay, a little bit 5-0. No. He holds on to it. And if you see, watch Pavlik. He moves, and then all of a sudden, here comes Couturier with a nice little backhand, slow, as Pavlik just went sliding by. Oh, that's a beauty.
Unassisted. Short-handed goal for Couturier, so both of the Flyers' goals in this one are unassisted. Clixom had that puck get out to center on him, so as he played it back in, offside call.
What a game. I haven't seen Sean Couturier in his NHL career look this dominant in less than half a game. Engstrom kind of tugged him back. That wasn't even a 5-hole attempt. He chipped that before he even got to Pavlik. And you know what? The Flyers deserve a whole bunch of credit. Remember that 5-on-3? We talked about momentum changes. And Winnipeg looked really good killing off the 5-on-3. Then the Flyers take a penalty. All they do is take a 2-0 lead. That's a great effort by the entire Flyers team.
Here's Setaguchi backhanding off the back of Jokinen. They scramble for Ladd, pushes one wide. Final 16 seconds of this Winnipeg power play. And Luke Schenn able to clear it all the way down. Third shorthanded goal of the career. Sean Couturier, and the Flyers get their third shorthanded tally of the season. He's carrying on in here is Trouba, who got the shot off. Save made by Mason. Nifty little move there by the 19-year-old. And Mason had to be alert. Fend that one off. So back to full strength hockey. And here's Hartnell. Moving up to center with it, and he'll fire it in. Hope for Giroux. Giroux gets there! Couldn't really get a shot off as he was being checked. And now it's Stewart getting it out center to Ladd. Numbers for the Jets as they carry in. Puck bouncing toward the net. Finally wide off the stick of Little. Blake Wheeler to it. But he is checked by Hartnell, who was able to move it ahead, but not out of the zone. It's kept in. Good play by Little. Now the Flyers try to get the puck airborne and do. Giroux quickly to Voracek. 3-on-2. Voracek cutting to the middle. Dropped it back for Giroux, but Giroux had stopped moving his legs and then had to dive and try to make the play and could not get to it. And so Stewart has it back. 7.5 minutes into this second period. Ellerby all the way across ice. He's got Little. Little holds back for Wheeler. That's tipped back toward the line. Schenn a body check, but the puck picked up by Wheeler. Schenn, good hustle to get to him, but then Wheeler takes it back, and then Schenn takes it away from him. Great work there, and now it's Simmons the other way, getting some help. Simmons cuts up, drop past Coburn. Coburn in the middle, whistle, stops play. An interference call, stopping the rush for the Flyers. And instead, it'll be a power play for the Winnipeg Jets. Couturier, shorthanded goal as the Flyers up by 2. That'll be shorthanded when we come back.
You see it, Vinny Lecavalier is going to pick up the interference call, but how does it start? Now let's go back, and this is going to start on a great play to be able to get out of the zone. Braden Schenn bangs it off the boards. He fights off a check right there from Enstrom. Now he's going to go to the net because he's going to try to create something. You see Enstrom get tied up with him, but it's Lecavalier that gets the interference call.
And so the Jets to the power play and a chance to get within 1 in this game. Here's Trouba across ice. The shot from Frolik. Hit something, went well wide to the corner. Coburn up the wall. That will be trying to keep it in the zone. It is out as guess who? Sean Couturier gets the puck through the neutral zone. Now Trouba is back to play it. 9th overall pick back in 2012. Missed a large portion of this season with a neck injury after a scary collision. Flyers will get to the puck here, and it's teaming in plenty of time and room. And he tried to clear it, and it did not get out of the zone, and the faceoff's going to go back into the Philadelphia end.
Well, we have a one-day offer to tell you about. It's the Flyers Wives Carnival Cyber Monday special, and you can save big this Monday by purchasing an early admission family 4-pack. The carnival is Sunday, January 26th. Just visit flyerscarnival.com/promo code and enter C-M-Carnival to claim this one-day offer on Monday.
It will be here, the carnival, before you know it. Always a great time for a great cause. The Flyers move this puck ahead. Here's Ronaldo from the red line, just spinning it into the Winnipeg zone. Already halfway through the Jets power play as Enstrom moves up and gets to Little off the left wing. Ladd back for Enstrom, and across it goes. Bufflin, quick shot, hit his stick, bounces right in front of Ladd. He'll just steer it to the boards, and now Wheeler picks it up. Back across Enstrom. He'll wind, he'll fire, blocked up high by Coburn. Puck settles for him, and he'll shovel it all the way down.
Good patience by Braden Coburn. The puck, after he blocked it, fell in front of him. Looked for a second like he was going to try to quick backhand it. Realized he wasn't being pressured, so he took his time and did it right.
Bufflin to Ladd, and Ladd right into the Philadelphia zone. Wheeler right back to Ladd, and now he settles things. Two-time Stanley Cup winner gets the puck off a stick and then takes it back. Ladd drops to Trouba. Trouba across ice. Bufflin shot. That's blocked by Grossman. Wheeler checked by Grossman. Little trying to fish the puck free. Grossman gives him a body check as well. Bounces free side of the net. Now pushed back toward the point. Nobody home. And out of the box jumps Lecavalier. Lecavalier holds. He waits. The pass tipped by Ellerby, and then it's covered by Pavelec. Lecavalier trying to set up Michael Raffl. Pavelec ended up covering it.
Flyers lead the Winnipeg Jets 2-0 at the halfway point of this hockey game. And let's take a look at our Geico quote of this afternoon's game as we talk to Nick Grossman, who's Swedish, on the tradition of Thanksgiving. I think it's a real nice tradition. You eat a great meal, and there's lots of time with family. You can't beat it. We don't have anything like that in Sweden. I love that.
Well, Nick Grossman has been doing a great job of getting in the way of shots. 65 blocks, easily leading the Flyers and into the top 5 in the National Hockey League. But I have heard that Swedes do know how to party. They don't lack in that regard. So I'm sure they don't have Thanksgiving, Bill, but they've got to have some kind of holiday over there, which is similar to it.
At least according to all the Finns.
Nothing in Sweden is good according to the Finns.
That's right.
Yeah. Face off here to the right of Pavelec, and it's Steve Downey to it. Downey holding on and hit Reed actually with his center hand. Reed is finished off into the boards. Grossman will have to play that puck in center across to Streit. He'll snap it right back into the Winnipeg zone. Ellerby and Couturier. Couturier arriving in ill humor there. Now Reed battling with Setaguchi. Couturier, Reed, Setaguchi, and it's Reed who gets the puck back to Downey. Downey will take the shot, save Pavelec. Rebound to the boards. Reed, good hustle to get to it. And then Couturier shrugging off a check and finds Streit out near the point. Streit across. Grossman a little shot. That's blocked off by Ellerby. And then played ahead by Jokinen as he's stumped by Reed. Boy, Reed and Couturier, some hard work along the wall on that shift. They did not give the Jets any room to work with. Streit. And he missed connection on that pass attempt. It was into a line change, actually. Turns out to be icing.
Well, earlier in the game, we showed you Evander Kane. Now, we had talked about what a great athlete he is, a great player. As Braden Coburn's going to take him right up against the wall to the right of the bench. Then he came down the hallway. Came out here at the beginning of the second period to see how he could do. And obviously, you can see he's not doing very well. Down the hallway once again. And here is the answer to anybody knowing whether he's coming back. He just said, that's it, through his stick. So I would think that's all today for Evander Kane.
And that's a huge loss for this team. A guy who had 107 shots on goal coming in, tied for second in the NHL. And, of course, the Flyers know all too well about Evander Kane. He has 15 points in 13 career games against them.
Unbelievable acceleration, this guy.
He hasn't had much of a start to his season, but when the trade rumor mill starts spitting out your name, guys usually turn it on, and that's been the case with Evander Kane the last few games.
Flyers get to the puck here, and Streit will play it off glass down into the Winnipeg zone. 8:20 remaining, second period. 2-0 Flyers. Glad you could join us on this Black Friday. The Flyers and the Jets here on Comcast Sportsnet. James Wright takes the puck behind the Philadelphia net. Hands off, and now Wheeler is shot blocked, and the puck sent all the way down by Philadelphia. That's going to be icing. And the Jets will get an offensive zone draw. We're coming up at 5 o'clock this afternoon. That's 4 hours away still. Former Eagle Ike Reese gives you his take on Nick Foles and his prediction, Ike's prediction, on the Eagles' upcoming battle with the Cardinals. Watch Philly Sports Talk presented by Classic Nissan tonight at 5 on Comcast Sportsnet. Jets win the draw. Point shot, Klitzum goes high and wide and then into the safety netting.
Boy, they sure looked like it did.
It did. Here's a shot. Save, Mason.
Oh, that one hurt.
Off of Little. Mason's shaken up. The netting definitely moved. I think the officials just missed that one. Some of the players stopped playing as well, and Jets ended up with another scoring chance. Hopefully it's nothing that will bother Steve Mason as he's back up and appears to be okay as Voracek tips the puck into the Winnipeg zone. 9-5 the chances. Jets beginning to get their legs though here over the last couple of minutes. The Flyers need to pick up the tempo as Klitzum finds Wheeler. Wheeler's checked it. Now the Flyers look and they counter rush. It's LeCavalier ahead to Braden Schenn. Schenn with a shot. Save. Pavelec rebound. Save again. And that first shot may have changed direction. Now it rattles around in front and Ladd is there. And he'll clear it past Coburn out to the neutral zone. Good to have an offensive burst though for the Flyers because the Jets are starting to tilt the ice just a tad. Now the Flyers have it moving up. Timonen to Simmons. A backhand in. Simmons after Stewart. Cavalier trying to pin his man, and there's Raffl. Getting it back to Mazaus across to Luke Schenn for a shot that went wide. Penalty upcoming. And I'm seeing a couple of signals here, so there may be 2 penalties.
I think Stewart gets drilled by Simmons. Simmons is going to pick up the interference call, but I think there's going to be maybe
Flyers number 17, minor penalty interference. Winnipeg, minor penalty embellishment.
Yeah, so he embellished it when he got hit from behind by Simmons. Stewart went down and got a little out of hand with it.
Boy, I wish they'd call this all the time. Although in that case, I'm not sure there was much embellishment.
I'm glad you said that. I didn't think there was embellishment at all.
So against diving and guys trying to draw penalties that are hardly even touched. In that case, Stewart went down. Maybe it was the big sprawl with his arms out once he went down. I don't know, but I don't mind the call one way or the other because it will help eliminate diving.
Well, let's take a look at another check that we know was a good one. Chris Thorburn is going to come in as our Wells Fargo great check of the game and hit Nick Grossman. There's a different situation for Grossman. Usually he's the hitter. But boy, did Thorburn get a hold of him. No questions there, guys.
Off the draw, Mazaros' shot. Pavelec the save. Rebound shot, and he's able to deny Giroux, who wanted a penalty call as he thought he might have gotten slashed. Right off the draw, the Flyers go to work offensively. Jets move it through center. Now the Flyers 4-on-4 strikes past nearly. Finally is stolen as Setoguchi will move up and his shot goes wide. Goes out to the point. Ellerby back behind the net. Bounces side of the cage and Mason decides to put a halt to things.
Steve Mason is fine now, but Coatsy brought up the point that a shot earlier stung him. This one from Brian Little hit him on the cuff of his catching glove.
I'll tell you what, his response, Billy, just to get the glove there was unbelievable. Obviously, he would have liked to have caught it, but he caught it in a very precarious position that you would call the cuff because that thing was drilled, and I didn't know if he was going to get up.
Yeah, it was a shot off a rolling puck, so you can't really be quite sure where that's going to go.
First, I was concerned that it was a knee or a groin or something, you know, that would be a bigger problem than just a stinging wrist.
Now Reed's shot and the stick save made by Pavelec. Couturier gets to it. Again, 4-on-4 here. Timonen sending it into the corner. Minute remaining on the concurrent minors. Jokinen dropping it back to Byfuglien. Big Buff rumbles through the neutral zone. Still has it after fanning or faking on a shot. Now Timonen's lost his stick. Here's the shot by Ladd. Save made Mason. Couturier plays it to himself off the boards and then ahead to Reed. Matt Reed moving up. Reed marked by Enstrom, trying to cut on in, but Enstrom was up to that. Couturier back after the puck, and he'll jab it back out to Streit in center ice. Sean Couturier is having himself a morning and afternoon.
He looks like he could skate all night.
Grossman ahead. Braden Schenn swerves on in. Schenn slams on the brakes. Going back behind the net, hoping for LeCavalier, but that one was snuffed out by Ellerby, and the Jets move it to center ice. LeCavalier trying to cut Ellerby off, and he does. And then the pass ahead to Schenn. Concurrent minors end right now. There's LeCavalier soaring through center and turning back with it, and then fluttering one that Ellerby will knock down and start the Jets back the other way. Keaton Ellerby moves that puck ahead to Frolik. Frolik holds, and the shot went wide. Frolik another one, and that one They're stopped by Mason. Here's Simmons in center ice. The pass to Luke Shen. Luke Shen, surrounded by white jerseys, just jams it wide. We tick down toward 4 minutes remaining in this second period. A goal in each period for the Flyers. Hartnell checked, and the Jets get the puck. Frolik spins it deep into the Philadelphia zone. Coburn is ridden off the puck, bounces right off of Mason at the side of the net. Had to be alert there. Voracek to Giroux. Giroux will fling in. Voracek pursues. On to the other side of the ice. The captain is there, and he mishandled. Frolik took it away from him. Got it ahead to Scheifele. Scheifele will pump it into the Philadelphia zone, but he's at the end of his shift. He'll head off. Teaming it around for Coburn. He's dealing with a loose stick out there. Got that puck to Voracek, and now Giroux. A move and then in across the line. Giroux holds on and then tried to center. It was blocked. Gets back to it. No room to work with. 2 Jets right on him. Now he gets some help. And it's pitched deeper by Voracek. But Stewart is there. Bufflin and across. And it's flipped ahead. Knocked down by Kalischuk, and Mason has to play it behind the Philadelphia net.
And the Jets are really starting to outnumber the Flyers in the Jets zone. So if the Flyers want to keep any kind of attack up, you've got to match that or exceed the numbers that the Jets are throwing at them, because the Jets are coming up with most of those pucks.
Grossman cross for strike. Now the pass to Reed, and he'll wind it into the Winnipeg zone. Pavelec will set it up there. The pass tipped and drifting back out of his Shen. Has to take it in the neutral zone. Now he gives to Downey. He'll scoop one deep and chase. Bufflin gets to it. Downey gets to him. Bufflin just shrugs him off and moves the puck to Wheeler. Wheeler turning with it right back to Bufflin. Now to the line. Right is checked. Flyers swarm on him, and Downey will headman. Oh, big hit. His raffle is decked by Bufflin. Pops back up, seems to be okay.
Do not have your head down going to the neutral zone.
Especially with Bufflin around.
That's exactly correct.
And icing the call here against Winnipeg. 2:07 remaining in the period. It's a big man. He can throw that weight around.
Well, how about celebrating the holidays in a suite at a Flyers game? You can invite 12 to 80 guests. You'll get an autographed Flyers puck to give to each one of them. And December and January games are still available. So call 215-389-9500 to book your premium holiday party now. Yeah, when Dustin Bufflin steps up on you, it's like that eclipse that you didn't see coming.
Yes. I like that. I thought your life would flash right in front of your eyes. And this is, right, Michael Raffles got the idea, is trying to be able to move that puck, but you don't drop that head. Make sure you keep it up. I don't mind you kind of coming through the neutral zone like that, but Bufflin's going to come from that left point position.
A lot of hits in this one. Here's Coburn. Wrist shot. Deflected and went wide. Bufflin then chopping it ahead. Thorburn will send it through center ice. Nick Wheeler turning on the speed to get to that, trying to fight off the checking attempt of Coburn. Timonen checked by Little. Protected the puck from him, pushed it forward, but the Jets are there, and they'll dump it back deeper in the Philadelphia zone. Mason up the wall. There's where that good puck handling goaltender helps out. He'll find Simmons in center. Simmons stopped by Ellerby. And now it's Ladd charging up with it. Ladd off to Setaguchi. In the middle of the shot. Mason the save on Little. Back out it goes. Shot by Trouba. Hit something in front. Bounces all the way out to Simmons, who takes it back behind his net. When you talk about the timing of saves, that was a big one right there by Mason. And now here's Simmons the other way. Simmons, the shot, it's blocked off by Trouba. Very impressive young defenseman, Jacob Trouba. Steal here by the Flyers. Giroux trying to move around Trouba, and Trouba got a piece of the puck to knock it away. Now another steal by the Flyers, but Hartnell couldn't get it past the Jets, and it's Ladd lobbing one deep into the Philadelphia zone into the final minute of this second period. Voracek. Cross ice. It's tipped away from Bufflin, but gathered by Enstrom. Enstrom back to Bufflin. It seems like he's playing every other shift. Now Halischuk behind the Philadelphia cage. Frolik takes over. Frolik turning and firing. Save Mason through a crowd, and it's Hartnell to the carom. And he'll lob one to center, hoping for Voracek. Nearly got him. Now Voracek battling with Bufflin. Good job by Voracek. Centering pass knocked down by Frolik, who lost his stick in the process. And now Bufflin will flutter one toward Mason. Plays it carefully off to the side. Final 12 seconds. They're looking to Stretched that one out to Downey, but it was deflected out of play.
Let's take a look at our Independence Blue Cross fearless play. Zach Rinaldo did not fear the power play of the Jets getting ahead of him because he knew he could catch him with his speed. Disrupted at the blue line. Zach Rinaldo is getting a bigger chance to be a player for this Flyers team because of his speed and because of the trust that Craig Berube has in his ability.
Off this face-off, Couturier controls for the Flyers. He's checked by Jokinen. They battle for the puck. 3 seconds, 2. It's thrown behind the net, and there's your horn ending the second period. Flyers get the only goal. It comes from that man right there, Sean Couturier, his third career shorthanded goal. The Jets had 12 shots, the Flyers 10, but it's 2-0 Flyers where it counts. Today's Flyers-Jets second period was brought to you by Kia. To learn more, visit kia.com. And by the Pennsylvania Lottery. Today's Mega Millions jackpot now has an estimated annuity of $230 million. So play today. Pennsylvania Lottery proceeds benefit older Pennsylvanians. Players must be 18 years or older. Downstairs to Coatsy.
Coach is at the bench. He has Sean Couturier.
Thanks very much, Jimmy. And Coots, you're having one of those days where the puck is following you everywhere. First of all, you get the goal in the second period. Before we talk about that, let's talk about the close one you had in the first period because you made a heck of a move. What did you see when you went in on them?
Yeah, I've had a couple chances, a couple loose pucks, and the pucks are bouncing my way, and I was due, I think, so it's good to get that goal.
When you came in on the goal, were you thinking about what happened in the first period, what you were going to change when you moved in on Pavlik the second time?
Not really. I mean, it was on the other side. I just reacted the way I did, and thankfully it went in.
Good periods. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Coatsy.
Sean Couturier has a goal and much more in terms of his impact on this game. More analysis follows after this timeout. 2-0 Flyers over Winnipeg. Today's third period on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you by your Philadelphia Super Network Buick GMC dealers. And by McDonald's. Now at McDonald's, any size iced coffee, or sweet tea is just $1. McDonald's, I'm loving it. 2-0 Flyers. Couturier with a shorthanded goal in that second period. There are your Sugar House Casino statistics.
Flyers failed on their 5-on-3 to start the second period, but rebounded to take a 2-0 lead, so all is good in that department.
And Sean Couturier took care of the lone goal. Again, an unassisted tally. So 2 unassisted goals for the Flyers in this one. Couturier with a shorty, giving Philadelphia the 2-0 lead. Our GMC NHL update, we go back to last night. A guy that Flyer fans are well aware of. There he is, the Briz. Ilya Bryzgalov making his debut as a starter for the Edmonton Oilers. And local entertainers were psyched.
Oilers, Ilya. Everybody back home watching this behind you. So why don't we raise a glass and twist the top? We're going to cheer for Bryzgalov. Tonight we start the comeback for the playoffs.
Bryzgalov was good in that game. 33 saves for Briz as he tosses a shutout in his first start as an Edmonton Oiler. And Fred's got some pressure on him, and Briz held the fort. And a good start for him in Edmonton.
Think that tune will catch on?
No. What do you think, Coatsy?
I don't think it's got a shot. No. No chance.
Bryzgalov, as he said. All right, underway here in the third. The Flyers with a 2-goal lead as they try to get back in the winning side of things. They turn the puck over here, though. Little sends one softly in on Mason to scoop that up and hang on. Through 2 periods of play, the Flyers, when having the lead, 9-2-1. The Jets, when trailing after 2, have come from behind. That's a pretty good record right there. 3 times to get wins and 4 times to get points.
You know, with our luck, after saying that guy's song isn't going to work, we're going to run into him this afternoon in Nashville after he watched this game.
He could be down there.
No, trust me, he ain't going to make it to Nashville.
You got to be good to make it in Nashville,
Correct.
right? Yeah.
Correct.
All right, the battle for the puck in the Philadelphia zone. Coburn, getting Ladd to it. Now Hall off Coburn's stick. Picked off by Reed. Matt Reed in across the line, moving well. The wrist shot is blocked. Bounces to Devin Setaguchi, and he will head man to Andrew Ladd. Ladd's shot goes high and wide. Again, the Jets without Evander Kane. Took a hit in the first period. They're back early second period, actually before the second period started. Gave it a test run and did not feel good, and has not come back since. Grossman having trouble with that puck, and Jokinen steered it right through the blue paint. Now here's Couturier moving it ahead. Straight to Downey. And Downey will hoist that one in, gloved by Pavlik, and will set it up for Mark Stewart.
Boy, Jokinen just absolutely drilled Downey right across the wrist. I mean, with these small gloves now, you got that gap between the elbow pad and the glove.
That's not going to tickle. That puck is out to center ice. Enstrom there to Bufflin. Bufflin for Wheeler. Wheeler all the way across. Scheifele looking for it, as is Halischuk. He's checked by Voracek. Now it's Grossman reversing. Shen able to play it. And off the wall, Jake Voracek. Well, he missed connection with Giroux. Giroux trying to get to the dot to nullify the icing, but on the hybrid icing call, the whistle, and the fans here in Philadelphia, they know their stuff. They knew that was hybrid icing. They didn't like the call.
I didn't either.
Well, the Twitter shots, Bill, from the first two periods here. Well, I think is right on it. The Couturier line has been dominant.
Right. They're suggesting they be the primary power play unit. Let's just keep them doing what they're doing right now. Stone cold Steve Mason, ain't that the truth?
Yeah.
The big man in there. And hockey on a Friday afternoon. Yep. Flyers hockey. Can't get better than that. Leftover turkey.
Little shot, the save made by Mason as the Jets have come out and they have energy here. That puck goes up into the Winnipeg bench. Yeah, a hungry hockey team right now. Just over 2 minutes into this third, they've made Mason work a little.
Flyers have done such a good job of keeping Winnipeg shot totals down. The Winnipeg Jets, they average 32 shots a game. Only 4 teams average more. Guys like Braden Shen, the forwards, they have to get pucks deep on Winnipeg and play in their end. The Flyers have learned the hard way this season what happens when you just sit back in the third period with any kind of lead. And that goes for any team. You just can't sit on it because that big wave will come and take you down.
Greg Berube and the coaching staff hoping the Flyers had learned their lesson, and the numbers would indicate they have. Through the first 15 games, they were outscored by 12 goals in the third period. This is icing. The last 9 games, they are +7 in the third period. So that's a trend they hope continues as we go down inside the glass to coaching.
Well, we had the opportunity to talk to Craig Berube before the game, and we asked him about, coming off those 2 losses against Tampa and the Florida Panthers on this past trip, and he just said he's very frustrated by it, very disappointed in the work ethic, but what he wanted to do is make sure that they came out with a good start today. And boy, did they ever come out with a good start. And you can see that the mental attitude of Lowe just coming out and taking advantage.
What a hit on Downey right in front of you, Coachy. And Downey going back to the bench, lost his stick. Hopefully he's okay. That puck finds glass off the shot. Now it's Timonen to Couturier. Turnaround shot. Save Pavlik. Rebound. Bounces out to Reed. Reed to the point. Timonen. He'll wind and fire. And that's deflected and went wide. And then it's pushed past Coburn. And Setaguchi will move up. Setaguchi. Wide on Timonen. Fending off a check. Got it in on goal. Mason had to make a stop. And now the puck out to the neutral zone. Scheifele has the puck, get across the line. Scheifele, that shot nullified by Coburn. Timonen picks up the puck. He'll send Simmons to center. Rink wide feed for Shen. Shen bodied by Ellerby, who actually ended up hitting the boards pretty hard himself, but does recover to flip the puck to the neutral zone. Mazzaro's chopped at it there. Frolik is checked, and the Flyers have it back. 3.5 into this third period. Cavalier, after that emotional night in Tampa, this has got to be quite an adjustment for him. Not only that, but then of course the real early start here as Scheifele will pump the puck into the Philadelphia zone. We come your way from the Wells Fargo Center on this Black Friday. The Jets in front there as Thorburn couldn't get his stick on the puck, but Enstrom has it. Enstrom swerving to the slot. Turnaround shot. That hit a skate in front. And now it's Schenn getting the puck to center, but you can feel the Jets getting some momentum here. Enstrom to Byfuglien. Byfuglien for Wheeler. Raffl chasing him. Good job. Raffl trying to reach back, didn't get to the puck. Thorburns pass hit his skate. Now Wheeler to Jokinen, and into the Philadelphia zone it goes. Grossman first to it. To Mark Strike. Cross ice into the Winnipeg zone. Enstrom is back to get to it. 5'10", 180 they say Enstrom is. Not sure he's that tall or that heavy, but good defenseman. Now the Flyers have it. Here's Raffl. Checked by Tangradi. All able to jab it into the Winnipeg zone, but the Jets have it right back. Stewart into center. Bounces back to him. And the veteran defenseman will set things up. Ellerby. Trying to get away from Giroux. Ellerby from the red line will send it off glass deep into the Philadelphia zone. Tangradi checked by Grossman. The puck back to Ellerby. Back in behind the net. Halischuk, the wraparound try. Mason got there. They battle. They jam for it. No whistle finally. Play is stopped. Boy, the Jets really coming hard right now at the Flyers in their own zone. But still, they've been turned aside by Mason and the Flyers. There's Downey. He took that big hit.
Boy, did he ever, and he hasn't been back on the ice since, has he, Coach?
No, he hasn't, but he is coming back. I mean, he took this one right in front of me, as you had mentioned, and you can see he was a little shaky. Oh, wow. I mean, that is a perfect hit in the neutral zone. That's Halischuk who really caught him really nicely. Now he got back and it looked like, oh, he may be a little dizzy. It's actually something in his arm, but now he's ready to go.
Well, you have to be very careful as that shot by Setoguchi is blocked because, of course, he is fresh from a concussion just a couple weeks ago, and so you're especially careful there. More susceptible sometimes to another one, but as you say, at least you apparently have a feeling that his Klitzum shot is snared by Mason. It was not a concussion situation, Coatsy, or his arm.
No, it was definitely not anything to do with his head. He's fine.
Well, for the first time, the Flyers are offering fans online ticket purchases without any fees on Cyber Monday. Ticket processing fees will be waived on all purchases. That includes Santa Sax, Lexus Club, all-for-one deals, as well as individual games. It's from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. this Monday. And that's it. The offer is valid exclusively at PhiladelphiaFlyers.com.
Draw here to the left of Steve Mason. Jets have outshot the Flyers 6-2 so far here in the third. Cavalier able to tip that one out of midair out to the neutral zone. Byfuglien goes and gets it. Trying to head off. Actually, Halischuk unable to get his stick on that, and so it is icing. The faceoff goes into the Winnipeg zone.
That's the kind of pressure the Flyers have to bring. The puck came out of the Flyer zone. All three forwards pushed up. The D-men gapped up behind them. And there was no play for Winnipeg to make in transition. As a result, they iced it. But that's how the Flyers have to play, even with the lead. Don't stand there. Move up when the puck moves out.
Scheifele and LeCavalier on this faceoff. Jets have struggled with draws this year. Held their own in the game here thus far today. Straight backhanding that puck into bodies along the wall. Now Schenn after, but it's tipped away from him. Frolik the other way. Frolik off in the left wing to Halischuk. Little backhander batted away by Mason right to Schenn, who dives to move the puck ahead to Simmons. Simmons all by himself on this rush. It's knocked down, and all the Jets get to him and knock it out to center ice. Mazzaros is there. Now it's fired wide. It's intended receiver by Luke Schenn. Jets get back to it. Giroux able to jab it back to Mazzaros for a shot that hit a stick and flutters wide. Voracek in after. Enstrom trying to mark him. Voracek's pass back to Mazzaros. And his quick shot blocked by Setoguchi. Back to Mazzaros. He'll wind up and fire this time. Gloved by Pavelec, and he'll hang on. 13:24 in the third period. Clock still 2-0.
2-0, the Philadelphia Flyers lead the Winnipeg Jets. Let's take a look at our Hyundai save of the game. And comes in the second period. Great pass right from dot to dot. Brian Little's right there to be able to take the shot. Now watch Mason react. He's got Grossman sliding into him. still has the ability to be able to keep his head up, throws the left pad out, and makes our Hyundai save of the game.
Downey back out on the ice.
Got that spitting hole always ready to go because of the tooth that he's missing.
Coburn's shot is blocked, and the Jets have the puck ahead, looking for Setaguchi. Timonen will go back and get there first. Setaguchi takes him into the boards. Lost his stick. In fact, his stick broke on that check. The Flyers trying to get the puck on the boards. Finally, it is handled by Couturier. Sean Couturier weaving his way out towards center, and then set it off of Reed's stick. No icing. Flyers get back to it. Reed to Timonen. And now Reed surveying all the way across. Couturier tried to get it in front to Downey, but Stewart had other ideas. Stewart knocks Couturier down. He gets back up, plays it back to Coburn. Across for Timonen. Timonen takes a look back for Coburn, but he's tightly marked. Coburn will skate the puck in. Coburn all the way around behind. That great skating ability of his. Back to Timonen. Timonen's little wrister looking for Downey, but it's nullified in front.
Downey's going to get a penalty. He got the redirection, but looks like he's going to get the penalty here.
All right. Downey now having some words with Stewart. It was Downey who took a penalty when the Flyers were a goal ahead of Winnipeg up in Winnipeg, and the Jets scored on the ensuing power play to tie the game in the third.
Philadelphia number 9, 2 minutes for cross second.
Watch Stewart. Stewart's going to get drilled from behind, and then Downey after that.
Well, as we talked about earlier, anytime a player feels a stick on his back in front, as long as the puck isn't there, he's going to fold up, isn't he? I mean, that's why you can't take that chance in that play.
That was more of an embellishment, I think, though, than the one he was called for.
Sure,
yep.
But nevertheless, Steve Downey put himself in the position to be called there.
He did, absolutely. And Flyers hoping it's not deja vu all over again. They obviously have a 2-goal lead instead of a 1-goal lead, but it was that Downey penalty that led to the Bufflin tying power play goal up in Winnipeg 2 weeks ago. Flyers clear it all the way down. And here is Enstrom starting up. A right wing feed. Trouba lays it in. Coburn over after. It'll bounce free to Timonen. He's got lots of time, and he'll hoist one all the way down the ice. That's going to roll, skip, and hop to Pavlik, and the Jets have to go the full length of the ice. Already 30 seconds into the power play. Enstrom off the stick of Jokinen deep to Philadelphia ice. Jokinen gets to it. Schenn gets to him. Puck goes still in the zone. Trouba across to Enstrom. Flipped the shot off of Luke Schenn. Who then fights off Scheifele. Got the puck to Reed, and Reed is able to move it out to the neutral zone. And now Trouba will take it all the way back behind his net. Couturier forces him, and he'll have to drop it back, and more time comes off the power play.
Love the approach. I mean, we talked about just sitting back and waiting. The Flyers are even trying to kill a penalty and being aggressive doing that.
Bufflin winding it deep to Philadelphia ice. And Raffl tried to clear but couldn't. Enstrom keeps it in. Enstrom on the wall, shuffles it along for Bufflin. Bufflin with a pass to Ladd, and now it's Trouba across. Enstrom, the one-time pass across to Ladd. 37 seconds on the power play. Ladd with a pass to Little, but his shot tipped high in the air, and it goes out of play. Good play there by Luke Schenn.
Boy, the Jets moving Dustin Bufflin up front, all 250, 60, or 70 of them, whatever he is today. But him playing the role of the screen artist in front of Steve Mason. Nick Grossman took a little shot at him, but you're almost wasting your time if you try to move him.
It's kind of like, listen, I'm going to push you to show you that I'm here, but you really can't do anything about it.
Flyers win the draw. Timonen to Couturier. Has to deal with the referee, and Enstrom works through both of them and sends it all the way down. You know, Bufflin, you understand why they put him out there. He is the hot hand. He did not score until his 64th shot of the season. Coming into today's game, he had 6 goals in his last 28 shots, including 2 against the Flyers. So I understand why you want to get him out there, whether he's on the point or down low. Right now, he's right in front of the net as the puck goes back to Ellerby. Couldn't keep it in the zone. That would have been offside if the Jets had played it. The power play is over. Downey's out of the box. Flyers back to full strength. Still have a 2-goal lead as we approach the midpoint of this third period. Here's Reed centering. Trouba intercept before it got to Couturier. And Wheeler will start back. And he'll get it ahead to Frolik. Frolik navigating his way in. Then checked from behind by Couturier. Back out to Ellerby across for Klitzum. Klitzum fired it to the corner.
Matt Reed forced him to.
Couturier will move it out to center ice. Flyers will change. Dixon's pass here on the tape to Scheifele. Maneuvers it into the Philadelphia zone. Verleek is there to Wheeler for a shot. And Mason made the save, couldn't corral the puck. Scheifele will send it around to the other side of the ice. In comes Stewart. Bodied by Simmons. And a penalty call. Mazzaros.
Same old, same old. We saw this in Florida.
Yep, the stick went out of his hand. So Mazzaros. 2-0 Flyers coming up later on today. Wells Fargo Sports Night. Lots going on locally in the world of sports. John Borek is here with a preview.
Yeah, there's a lot going on inside this building. Obviously, at the early start, they want to do the changeover as quickly as possible as the Sixers get ready for Drew Holiday, who plays back here in Philadelphia for the first time since the offseason trade. We'll have a preview of the Sixers game with the Pelicans, as well as the Eagles preparing for the Arizona Cardinals, who come to town. The Eagles trying to keep pace with the Dallas Cowboys, who won yesterday on Thanksgiving Day, beating the Oakland Raiders. LaShawn McCoy, Shady, is inside our studio. He'll catch up with our Derek Gunn to give us a preview of that game and what we can expect. All coming your way. Wells Fargo Sports Night at 6 o'clock. Guys, back to you.
All right, John, thank you very much. Andre Mazzaros guilty of a slash.
Well, just because you hit a guy on his stick with your stick doesn't make it a slashing penalty. And, you know, when you drop the stick, it gets the call all the time.
You should be more embarrassed as a player to having the stick knocked out on a simple play like that. I agree with you, Billy. They got to take a look at that. Just going to drop your stick and get a penalty?
It
Pretty
doesn't
good deal.
It doesn't make it a slash.
No.
So the Jets with their 6th power play see 2 shots on goal through their first 5 power plays. So the Flyers penalty killers have done a good job, but you don't want to go into this well all that often. Steve Mason, for the very last second, was thinking of playing that puck with his stick and then was able to just react and cover up because the Jets were coming.
Yeah, he saw a jet in his face and the puck was bouncing a little bit. That'd be a real bad time to have it bounce over your stick. Just saying.
He is so confident, though, handling the puck. Just to even think about it right there,
sure.
It shows you that.
Unless that 24 square foot opening is behind him.
Yeah. And off the draw, the Jets control. Trouba checked right out at the line by Giroux. Got it to center, but with a dive, couldn't get it any further. And now here's Ladd right back into the Philadelphia zone. Takes the return feed from Trouba. Ladd centering it off of Coburn and bounces across ice. Byfuglien has it there. Byfuglien back to the point. Across it comes to Trouba. Trouba stumbles, but still has the puck. A mobile defenseman for a big kid. And dropping it back along for Byfuglien. Byfuglien to the point. Enstrom across for Trouba. He'll wind up and fire, and that one off of Timonen to the boards, and now played by Ladd. Andrew Ladd back out to Trouba. He'll wind up. The pass goes across to Enstrom. Enstrom sends it in on goal. Save Mason, and Byfuglien got a free jab in there. The Flyers weren't too happy with.
And another reminder that you can shop from home this holiday season and give the gift of Flyers hockey with Santa Sacks. Holiday gifts include an autographed puck, 2 tickets to a Flyers game, tickets to the Phantoms. They're going to be playing here a couple of games in February, and a 2014 calendar, Ultimate Flyers gift pack. Hello, Santa.
Ian LaPerriere trying to get in some good words with Santa there. Did you see that? No, I think he's more conservative. What's going on the ice? As Reed sends it down.
Ian's such a good guy. He's going to get whatever he asks for Christmas.
For sure. Wheeler has his pass knocked down by Couturier, who clears the zone. A half-minute remaining on this Winnipeg power play. Byfuglien. The pass. Jokinen bumped. Luke Schenn got enough of him to knock him off the puck, but then Grossman played it behind the net, and the Jets are able to knock that down. Here's Byfuglien back out at the point now. The pass that could not be handled by Wheeler. He is able to get it on a second try, back out to Byfuglien. Now Wheeler again, checked by Reed, who picks his pocket. Reed now looking in the middle for Couturier, but that's tipped away by Byfuglien, and he roars back into the Philadelphia zone. Quick shot, save Mason. Rebound, Coburn plays it carefully, then backhands. Wheeler stick on it, but Couturier again knocks the puck away, and Reed right there to move it out to center. Reed and Couturier have been a great 1-2 combination in terms of defensive work in this game. The power play over. Flyers back to full strength. They're 6 for 6 in the penalty kill in this one. Loose puck right into the slot. Who can get control of it? There's a shot. They score. Frolik. Just a bouncing puck that nobody could get control of, and then Frolik finds it, beats Mason, and now it's a one-goal game.
Boy, after an unbelievable penalty kill, too. It's a broken play. I mean, this was kind of up for grabs, and nobody knew where it was going to end up.
Frolik was the lucky guy because everyone was banging around and everybody was looking down. Nobody was looking away from the puck. Everybody just kind of walking away with their sticks, and Frolik was the lucky guy, bounced right onto his stick, and Mason was looking at the same thing you and I and everybody else was, where that puck was going to end up. He just couldn't react in time.
Frolik's played against Steve Mason quite a bit. 12th game. First time he scored a goal against him. And against the Flyers in general, he's been very effective. Almost a point a game in his career against Philadelphia. 12 points in 13 games. So the Jets within one. Here's Halischuk, a shot that's denied by Strike. It goes up into the safety netting.
And if you're one of the offensive players that is fighting for the puck in a scrum, if you can pull it out of the pack and it comes to you like it did here, bang! You know you're going to get a scoring opportunity that could surprise the goaltender, and that's exactly what happened to Frolik.
I mean, how can Mason really be prepared? He doesn't know where the shot might come from.
Right. I mean, it's one thing to be able to read the play as it's coming to you. That's completely broken.
So here we are again in a one-goal game. Moving toward the late stages of the third period. Off the draw, Ladd, a shot that went wide. Downey over, seals off his man. As Enstrom lost his stick and the Flyers move up. Enstrom still without his stick as the Flyers move in. Here's Reed. Holds. Fire save. Pavlik rebound. Couturier tied up by Enstrom. Got it back out, but it eluded Coburn and went to the neutral zone. And there was a dangerous situation there for the Jets. They're able to get away with it. Enstrom back. Has the stick now. Moves it ahead. Little. Setaguchi sails it into the Philadelphia zone. Grossman tied up. Ladd trying to center. Grossman then after Setaguchi. Scheifele there as well. Bounces behind the net. Grossman takes it away from Ladd. Downey again trying to seal off Blitzham.
And he did it twice, too. Good plays by Steve Downey, forgetting about the puck and making sure he puts his body between the puck and the pinching defenseman.
There's Reed moving it up. Reed from the red line fires in. Blitzham is back for it. The Cavalier trying to catch up in to knock that puck away. Frolik with the Scheifele, who moves it out of the zone. Mazaros will hustle back to get to it. 5:20. Mazaros got that through Frolik. Now here is Schenn. Braden Schenn across the line. Swerves to left. Shot save. Pavlik. What a shot from Braden Schenn. He can fire the puck. Didn't look dangerous. Way off his stick, but certainly turned out to be a tester. Wayne Simmons looking for Braden Schenn, but he's knocked down by Ellerby. And ahead the puck goes to Frolik. Frolik and the Panther and Blackhawk. Bring it in. Whistle stops. Toyota. Let's go places. By Bud Light. It's the sure sign of a good time. Here we go. And by Wells Fargo. When you're considering buying your first home, Wells Fargo is with you. Wells Fargo, together we go far. One-goal game, Flyers and Jets. It's less than 5 minutes remaining here in the third period. As the Flyers try to get back in the winning column. Also, even up the season series. Actually, if they could win in regulation, they'd win the season series. Grossman is shot. Goes high and wide. The Flyers did get a point when these teams played up in Winnipeg in that shootout setback. Stewart wrapped up. Now it's Thorburn. Couldn't get it out of the zone. As the crowd into it here, trying to urge the Flyers on to finish this one off. That pass back to a point by Hartnell is deflected down the ice. Mason will steer it to Strike. And now it's Grossman. Nick Grossman's outlet to Hartnell. Didn't get the puck deep, but Voracek will. He'll skate it in. Voracek across for Giroux. Giroux the shot. Pavlik had time to get across to make the save and hang on.
Well, let's take a look at our Toyota True Point. And what happens is you got the Philadelphia Flyers and Sean Couturier, who's on fire today. This is a shorthanded goal. He's going to have the ability to go the length of the ice. And watch this move. He beats Enstrom and then Pavlik by moving the puck and waiting for Pavlik to go right by him. Oh no, not a 5-hole, but just before Pavlik got to that left side of the net, and that is right now the leading goal for the Philadelphia Flyers with 4:11 to go.
They'd love to get another one. Here's Reed to Couturier, went off his skate, and Pavlik then batted it to the corner. Couturier trying to center, but that's blocked off by Enstrom. 4 minutes in the third period. Here's Enstrom, and back. Here's to Bufflin. Bufflin head up, his pass off of Little deep into the zone. So no icing. Tiemann in first to it. Ladd approaches him. Downey trying to clear, could not. Little's pass ricochets to Couturier, and he's able to push it out to the neutral zone. Enstrom back to get to it. Hounded by Downey to Setoguchi. Setoguchi lost the puck. Reed moving in. Reed the pass. And it was sort of between Downey and LeCavalier. Now it deflects out of play. Flyers have been unselfish a couple times on the rush. Maybe they should have taken the shot.
It's not like Matt Reed either. I mean, he makes the right decision almost all of the time, and he has 3 or 4 times in this game taken the shot. Here he is with a good chance to shoot. Decided to pass.
Well, you know, I was looking right over his shoulder. He's got Bufflin on his left. He's a right-hand shot, so he's looking, and he's got Pavlik right at the top of the goal crease area, so he's not really looking at a heck of a lot. He must have assumed that he had the pass because he really didn't have a heck of a lot to shoot at. But let's go back to what you always say. Hey, listen, shoot the puck, you'll get the rebound, and other people will be there.
Flyers trying to knock the puck free again on the forecheck. They did. LeCavalier was stopped. Schenn gets it back. Simmons to Mazzaros for the shot. Deflected by Schenn. Hit, I think, LeCavalier in front. A stick went flying, and the Jets cleared all the way down for icing. But a good shift. Flyers spending time in the offensive zone.
It's good pressure, and the Flyers are bringing it on now, playing in Winnipeg zone.
And they have really been playing well defensively. The game the other night in Tampa, the first time they allowed more than 3 goals, and one of those was an empty netter. 1.77 per game over a 13-game stretch. That's certainly good, and at even strength, they have been very good. And so the Flyers in another fine defensive effort, but they haven't had a lot of offense here today either, in terms of goals at least. So they have to continue to be good defensively with just 2:50 remaining, protecting this 1-goal lead. Grossman to Streit. Now Giroux across with Grossman. The pass, and now the Flyers have it with some space. Giroux cutting to the middle of the shot, and the stick saved by Pavlik. Hartnell behind the net for Giroux, but Ellerby intercepts. Ellerby to Ladd, and now Little out to Setoguchi. Setoguchi getting time with Ladd in this line. Here's Ladd to Little for a shot. And that's blocked by Hartnell, who seems to be in pain and is struggling toward the Philadelphia bench. Giroux will bounce one in on Pavlik, who left the puck into the slot, and nearly getting there was Downey. Now the Jets have it as we tick down to 2 minutes remaining in the third. We'll keep an eye on Pavlik. Soon enough, he will probably be heading to the Winnipeg bench in favor of the extra attacker. Stewart lobbing one to the neutral zone over that of Tiemann, and it bounces away from him, so that is icing.
Well, let's take a look at our Bud Light player of the game, and it's no secret we've been talking about him throughout this afternoon, as he has been everywhere. Sean Couturier, look at this opportunity on turnaround in the first period. Then this also in the first period. Looks like, oh yeah, he's got him beat, and Pavlik throws the pad out right at the last second. And then right here, this is the goal. Oh, did I love this goal, because he actually waited for Pavlik to slide by him, and then he just held on to the puck. 6 shots for Sean Couturier in this hockey game.
It's impossible to be everywhere at the same time, but Couturier has come close to it today.
And winning so many battles once he gets there. A couple of times he won battles when it was 1-on-2. Tiemann will shovel this one deeper into the Winnipeg zone. Simmons battling with Stewart and Scheifele. And Simmons, good job occupying time. Flyers love to keep the Jets right down in their zone here with now 1:33 in the third period clock. Simmons and Stewart are all tangled up. Simmons gave Stewart a push to the back of the head there.
Stewart wouldn't let him go.
Yeah. And it was all let go. No harm, no foul. The goaltender to the bench, extra attacker, but a hand pass called against Winnipeg. That moves the faceoff back out to center, so we'll see if Pavlik stays on the Winnipeg bench.
We'll take a look at our Mazda top shelf performers in this game. A low-scoring game, but boy, what an entertainment value it has had here on Black Friday. Michael Frolik, he has scored for the Winnipeg Jets. And Scott Hartnell has his 5th goal of the season, and Sean Couturier has been just about everywhere. Steve Mason has been sharp when he has had to, facing 25 shots.
So now with the goaltender again heading toward the bench, the extra tacker is now on for Winnipeg. Byfuglien flips one. Mason snaring that one with Setoguchi right in the wheelhouse. And that's a good play by Mason. He'll take the face-off.
Give Mason a lot of credit on that one. Is just a matter of Byfuglien just taking a little flip shot towards the net, figuring that he's going to be able to get the screen. Take a look at where
Winnipeg timeout.
the hand is. Mason.
I don't know how he saw that with Setoguchi setting what looked like a blinding screen. He must have read it as it came off of Byfuglien's stick before Setoguchi got there, but a good job by Steve Mason.
You heard the announcement of the Winnipeg timeout. As you look at Steve Mason, who's been good all year, but when you break it down, he's been even better here over the last 6 games. And if you go back, that's 17 games obviously this year, 7 more last year. This is his 25th game as a Flyer. He is yet to allow more than 3 goals in a game.
Well, there's no secret here. Adam Hall's the guy that's probably going to take the face-off. Couturier's out there also because you got to have that second sentiment. And Steve Mason has been absolutely unbelievable in this hockey game. Now, he hasn't faced an awful lot of shots, but certainly the ones he did were spectacular.
Flyers win that draw. Couturier getting the job done. Reed trying to clear. The scramble. Jammed forward and it bounces back to center. Couturier won another battle, got it out to center, and then jammed it further. It's now Coburn will backhand to the neutral zone yet again into the final minute. 50 seconds remaining on the 3rd period clock. Byfuglien will blast in wide of the net. Coburn sends it right back out. Hall racing to the loose puck. Has the empty net to shoot at, and it's blocked aside. Good job by Byfuglien to get back. Now Hall trying to steal the puck from him, and he does, but he fires it high as he was falling to the ice. Still, though, the puck down in the Winnipeg zone. They have about a half minute remaining. It's Enstrom with the pass. Ladd fires it in. Ricochets to the corner. Timonen trying to go up the wall with it. Setoguchi knocked it down. Little to Ladd. Ladd holding on. Wheeler in front of the net. Ladd back to Enstrom across for Byfuglien. Byfuglien flipping one. Blocked. Falling down is Timonen. Puck comes free. Back to Enstrom. Sends it toward the net. Loose puck goes to the corner. 8 seconds remaining. The Flyers trying to clear, and they will. Good work by Hall to get it out of the zone, and that will do it. A Black Friday victory for the Flyers. Steve Mason with 25 saves. 2-1 your final. And the Flyers get back on the winning track.
Well, what a team performance from Steve Mason out. The penalty killers, superb. The D-men, Braden Shen, or at least Luke Shen, Nick Grossman. But Sean Couturier dominated this hockey game. And without Sean Couturier, I have no idea what the outcome would have been because he controlled so much of the play when he was out there. What a game for number 14, Sean Couturier.
And his shorthanded goal turns out to be the game winner as the Flyers win this one 2-1. And now it's time for the Flyers to become road warriors. 6 consecutive games on the road starting tomorrow night in Nashville against the Predators. Our coverage begins with a pregame show at 7:30 on Comcast Sportsnet. Here today, a game that started in the morning, ended in the afternoon. The Flyers win it 2-1 as they win their 5th straight game on home ice. For the entire crew, as well as my broadcast partners, Bill Clement and Steve Coates, I'm Jim Jackson. Good afternoon from the Wells Fargo Center.